and the Grenadines. Welcome to the Wake Up Call. Of course, we're going to take you up until the 10 o'clock hour this morning. Yeah, and it's Wednesday, so we get things off our chest. Yeah, it's more your morning than anything. So you hit us up on WhatsApp at 430-1043, or you can call us at 457-1043 once the lines are open. Yeah, and let us know what you want to talk about this morning. Already receiving some messages from persons who want to get a couple things off their chest. I think we're going to start there right about now. But before that, let's say good morning to a couple folks who have already been checking in this morning. Lord, these Chinese businesses just wouldn't give us a break. Block you. Goodbye. Let's see who's on the inside.
Hello, good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Hurricane Man. Have a blessed Wednesday this morning.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning to Rose from Clare Valley. Here's another one.
Hi, good morning to my X-Green family. I'd like to send over a happy birthday to my grandson who lives in Trinidad, Keegan Belfort. He's celebrating his birthday today. Greetings coming from his loving grandma, Rosemary of St. Vincent. I love him to the moon and back.
All right. So happy birthday, my dear boy, Miranda. Miranda's asking, so good morning, Miranda. All right, it's the day when you take things off your chest. You get things off your chest. Miranda asking if school open on Monday. We touched on that yesterday, and according to the government, according to the ministry, according to the Minister of Education, school open on Monday. All right? So just hold on. Maybe we'll find out today what mode of education. Maybe we'll find out tomorrow or Friday. Just hold on. All right? Just hold on. All right, if you're locked on across the length and breadth of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, welcome. Across the rest of the region, US, UK, Canada, Asia, Africa, good morning to you. I want to say special good morning to all the minibus drivers and conductors, of course, and the passengers. Good morning to you. Make sure you take it easy on the road this morning and every single morning. A special, let me stress it again. A special good morning to the passengers, right? I kind of witnessed something the other day that wasn't very pleasant. An interaction between an adult passenger and a child. Wasn't very nice at all. You understand? And listen, adults, y'all need to respect children, huh? So maybe the child was a little bit rude, but that's not how you speak to children. Cursing a lot of expletives, a lot of M's, a lot of, bunch of notes and threatening to hit the child. It wasn't your child. And even if it was your child, why are you speaking to the child like that? A total stranger. And if you hear how that man, a big hardback man, speaking to a little child, conductors must fling them out the van next time, you understand? You don't do that to children. All right? So passengers, make sure y'all behave yourselves in the minivans this morning, all right? Okay, good morning to you. Good morning to all the fishermen, fisherwomen, those down there at the markets. Good morning to the folks in the security service sector. Good morning to the folks in the health service sector. Frontline workers, middle and backline workers. Good morning to you, all right? Gonna take you to AIA this morning. And no, we're not gonna be talking about the AC out there. Nope. Or the elevator. Nope, not this morning. Something else that's apparently been brewing at the AIA since Saturday. A couple of flights have been coming in. Yeah, we know that is happening. Caribbean Airlines, Liat, American Airlines. But there's a bit of an issue coming from passengers who entered our shores. And I've received messages from 3 different passengers concerning what transpired at AIA Saturday gone there. All right? Let me read the first one. Good morning. I was a passenger who arrived on Caribbean Airlines on Saturday, 25th June 2021. Upon arriving at the testing site, I immediately noticed many changes. There's no presence of any police officers. This was strange to me, noting within the last year, I have made more than 5 trips to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I immediately realized something was wrong. Most people were just showing their vaccination cards and exiting to immigration. They were not tested upon arrival as per the protocol, and they received no court orders mandating their quarantine period. I demanded to be tested and was probably the only one on my flight who was tested. It's sad that as a country undergoes a spike, and we almost reach 1,000, Almost reach 1,000. It's sad that as a country undergoes a spike, that international flights come into the country on Saturday, and there was no PCR testing. This is so wrong. Scary and upsetting on many levels. The Ministry of Health must explain to the country why at least 2 international flights and possibly other regional flights were able to land passengers on our shores without being screened. The country deserves answers. With already porous borders, we are leaving our ports of entry to be further vulnerable. Can we handle a situation of mass importation of the virus or variants? We deserve answers. So coming into the country from international flights, we've already established how coronavirus gets into the country. We've already established how different variants of the virus gets into the country. We've set protocols at the port. How come there was no testing over the weekend at AIA? So you just show your vaccination card. You present that negative test. All right? We've seen from time to time persons who tested positive landing down at AIA because they would have had to present a negative PCR test result 3 days prior to travel. But within that 3 days, it is possible for that person to present symptoms of COVID-19. So why is it that there was no testing done at AIA on Saturday? Now, it started out as a rumor and it was spreading like wildfire. And naturally, people started to panic. Because, listen, and the number of deaths just increasing one by one. Pay attention, one by one. Easy, easy, easy. The deaths are going up. Is it that we're just becoming immune to the deaths, that we're not doing what we're supposed to do? Testing. Testing is important. In the very beginning, when we were accepting flights from all over, when persons were coming from all over, we were using temperature checks. This person is saying all they had to do was to present their vaccination cards. Come on, it's common knowledge that even if you are vaccinated, you could be positive for COVID-19. Man, that's crazy. I find that to be real crazy. Good morning from Dominica. Good morning. And we have more, We have more to go. Good morning to Denville. Yeah, man, it's time to get it off your chest. The second to last day in September. Here's another one. Another person who came in on a flight on Saturday. I arrived in SVG via AIA around 1:45. Well, this is Sunday afternoon on Liat flight from Antigua. We went straight to the COVID arrival area. I realized it's not taking that long. You remember the time when I told you guys it was taking hours to process the passengers coming off the flights because you had to stop and get your test done. You had to do that entry screening. The nurses were there, the officers were there doing what they had to do, and it was taking hours to process a single flight. And sometimes these flights weren't even full. Now, the person said here, we went straight to the COVID arrival area. I realized it's not taking that long. However, when it was my turn, the young lady asked my passport, vaccination card and asked where I'll be staying. I told her, and then she handed me 3 pieces of paper, one for immigration, the hotel manager, and the next one is with COVID information in case of any symptoms. Then she said they will contact within 48 hours. I asked her if that's it. She said they will contact me. I said, okay. And straight immigration, collect my luggage and head to the apartment. In my mind, I'm thinking they're going to send somebody by the apartment to do testing, but no one came. I spent 2 days at the apartment. This morning, Tuesday, which was yesterday, to my surprise, I received a call saying it's okay to leave. So absolutely no testing was done. So all they said was to sit and wait on symptoms to develop. That's it. That is it. Now, I might have been a little bit more comfortable. Maybe a little bit more comfortable if this was being done when we had 25 cases. Maybe at that point, you could have relaxed on some of the protocols. But at a time where we're close to 1,000, we are so close to 1,000 cases. The number of deaths have been increasing. For vaccinated individuals, you spend 2 days in quarantine. Just 2 days. Perhaps that's to add to the 3 days prior to coming here that you have to take the test, because they say if you are in contact with a COVID-19 positive patient, you have to wait 5 days. But look at the state that we are. It is worse than before. And we're taking a step backwards. Watch your time. Let me continue with what the person said. She said that they called saying it's okay to leave. I asked if I'm getting a test done. They say I am fully vaccinated and the test that was presented before my arrival was negative. Still puzzled, I asked, so why I wasn't sent home if this was the case? She replied, that was what she was told. Alrighty then. I didn't prolong, I just pack and leave. I say all this to say, not because I'm fully vaxxed doesn't mean I can't contract or carry the virus. I received no test or temperature check. Gone home to family friends. Who knows if I'm infected? This is total nonsense. Wow. Just wow. So once you're fully vaxxed, you don't get tested. Once you're fully vaccinated, you don't get tested. You're just going to quarantine. They probably ask if you're experiencing any symptoms. And then, you could go home. And the person asks a very important question. So why then just send me home? Why are you making me pay to stay at a quarantine facility, an approved quarantine facility, if you're not going to enforce or you're not going to say that the protocols that were set when we had 25, 30, 40, 45 cases are no longer in place? What's the sense? And I have another one. I am a returning national and I arrived from New York through Miami on American Airlines flight number AA2510 on Saturday, 25th September around 2:10 p.m. On arrival at the AIA, all passengers were directed to a room to where it stated all passengers must be retested for COVID-19 on arrival. Upon entering the room filled with some nurses and other persons who presumably were helping out, as no one stated their profession, I was directed to a desk where a lady asked for my passport and the pre-arrival form for St. Vincent. She also asked if I was fully vaccinated and requested my card. She also asked for my PCR test from New York, which I presented. But to my surprise, she never looked at it. So what's the point of asking for it if you're never going to look at it? All right. All right, all right, all right. I was already given clearance to go to the immigration department, even without the health official looking at my PCR test result. Do you still have to complete that form before you even enter with all the information? I know that that was a little bit of an issue in the beginning, having to complete the arrival form and then bring in the same things to St. Vincent, perhaps as verification. But then you don't even look at it. So what's the point of bringing it? What's the point of asking for it? Just to say that I have it? Suppose it's fake. Suppose it said something else. Suppose it was somebody else's. Oh man, some people cutting some slack these days, man. All right. Says I was already given clearance to the immigration department, even without the health official looking at my PCR test result, which I found weird. I went back to her and highlighted that she didn't look at the PCR result, which was negative. However, upon looking at it, she said my test had expired because it was done on Wednesday, 22nd September, instead of Thursday, 23rd. That was when she stated that I had to be retested. I gotta stress that. So if this passenger did not do the right thing and turn around and highlight to the officer that you did not look at my PCR test result, she would have never been told that she had to get retested. She would have never noticed that the result had expired. First of all, how come we make that happen, by the way? But anyways, that would have never happened. Why are we dropping the ball at this time? Too many times we've been having issues with COVID-19, and it's like the bulk of issues are coming when we need to heighten things more. It's like we're working in reverse. Or is it that we feel, all right, we're close to 1,000. It makes absolutely no sense for me to try to do anything because it's already out of hand. COVID-19 is already here. Whatever strain is spreading like wildfire. People dying left, right, and center. So you know what? I don't want to come in contact with anybody who just might have COVID-19. I don't want to have to deal with anybody who might potentially infect me. So you know what? Let me process these things and just send them out really fast instead of them having to stay in front of me. You have a job to do. Do it. If you don't want to do the job, move from there. Stop collecting taxpayer salary and give it to somebody else who will do a much better job. All you had to do was check the people them documents. Then you would have seen that the PCR test results expire. It must be hard working in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Development. It must be really hard. I'm telling you. It must be even harder being the Minister of Health. Honorable Sinclair Jimmy Prince. Hello? Hats off to you. Big up yourself, yeah? Let me get down some more. This is when she stated that I have to be retested. So if it wasn't honest, if I wasn't honest enough to mention that to her, I would have been cleared through immigration without being retested for COVID-19, which was quite careless. As if that wasn't bad enough, I noticed there wasn't the long lines nor delays with persons given clearance for immigration, only to find out from my relatives who came in on the same flight that for whatever reason, they were not tested. They were just asked to present their vaccination card, and that was it. No retesting done. As a matter of fact, I could have gone straight home instead of an approved facility, as there was no one there to ensure that arriving passengers went with an assigned taxi or private vehicle. It's total madness. If that is what is happening, if that is what is going to happen going forward, y'all need to do much better than that. Don't have the people them overseas booking hotels, going according to what the ministry has said, the protocols. And then when you get to the airport, it's a totally different scene. Yes, it might be very difficult to police people to ensure that they go in their taxis, the tourism approved taxis, But then what is the point of having these approved taxis if somebody can just come and go wherever they want? What is the point of having these approved quarantine facilities if it just so happened that somebody could have come in here on Saturday and just gone straight home? What is the point? And that was just three from 3 different flights over the weekend. 3 different flights. How many more? How many more? Y'all pick sense out of nonsense. What time is it right now? It is, 9 minutes onto the 7 o'clock hour, all right? Wanna watch your time in this place? A voice notice, 5 minutes and 14 seconds long. Bossman, it's Bayman, call me boy, 4571043. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through some of the voice notes, and when we come back, remember we've got your X News heading up to the 7 o'clock hour. We're gonna take in a vibe more, and from 7 o'clock we'll get to your responses and discuss this a little bit more. We're cutting too much slack. We're becoming too complacent, and I believe that these are the reasons why some vaccinated people feel that they are so invincible. Oh, it's my choice to wear a mask or not. You could come in at AIA and go wherever you want. You don't have to be retested. The officer's not even looking at your documents that you are providing. Total madness. Let's see on the live right here on Facebook at Extreme 104 SVG. Good morning to DJ Kabali to Saints. Big up yourself. My man says that is crazy. Well, this is crazy. Odessa, good morning to you. She says, good morning, Crystal Madness in this place. And of course, good morning to Roseanne Williams. All right. So let's take a quick break and we'll come right back right here on the Wake Up Call on X104.3 FM. Remember, it's Wednesday. We get things off our chest. All right.